much, and thank you very much for asking me to be along tonight to give this lecture again, and to remember Mo Mullen, to remember all of the good work that she did, and to lend, I think, positively to what Emma has just said, that not only is it a memorial lecture, but it's a charity and continues to do two works in the two areas that Emma has said, helping those who have disabilities and helping those who need rehabilitation, and those people who are suffering from drug abuse. President, I want to thank you for all of the arrangements, including coming to the airport and collecting me. It's beyond the call of President. Listening to what you were telling me on the way here, and what you were telling me back in the hotel, it seems that you don't have much time to study. I know that doesn't apply to any other student in this room, but I do hope that after Christmas that you get an opportunity of doing a bit. And I know there's a big crisis this week, as one of the speakers for Friday pulled out, so that's tomorrow's lecture's gone as well. So thank you, Thomas, for all the arrangements that are made. Just to say a few words about myself before I deliver this lecture. I'm Bertie Ahern, but I'm from the Dublin constituency, born and reared in Dublin, north side of Dublin. Those of you who've ever been in Dublin, I represent the city centre of Dublin, right in the heart of Dublin. I've been in Parliament for 33 years. I was Prime Minister of Taoiseach for just short of 11 of those. I've been a Cabinet Minister and Taoiseach for 20, so from 1987 to 2008 I've been in the Cabinet. Unlike other places where they throw people out every now and again, I managed to stay for 21 years, very, very handy. I'll tell those members of the Labour Party later how you do that, but anyway, it's important to stay around for a while. I've been involved in lots of things. I suppose Northern Ireland is a thing I've given most of my political time to, but we've spent a lot of time over the years in trying to rejuvenate Dublin and cities. We had very high unemployment in Ireland back in the 1980s, and we had a lot of deprivation. Of course, a lot of the difficulties of Southern Ireland were linked to what we're going to talk about tonight, the problems in Northern Ireland. And from the time I left school in the late 60s all the way through till we finished the agreement in Northern Ireland, which was the Good Friday Agreement, was 1998, but by the time we fully implemented it, it was 2007. So it was a long period of induction period, and then trying to actually implement the agreement. In that period we were trying to change and modernise Ireland, stop Ireland being a place of emigration, a place that was not just delivering jobs to, we turned it around to a place that was full employment, where we were able to develop a very successful economy. Of course, like the rest of the world, when you just think you've achieved that, now you have all the downturns again, and all of the problems and all of the difficulties that are there again. So that's a challenge. But anyway, it's not my challenge any longer. I spent 30 years doing it. And some people say I had a magic globe and I saw the difficulties and got out at the time. But anyway, I didn't do that. I would have really stayed on if I knew there was going to be a world recession. But anyway, I suppose I should say to all of you, it's just on the economic issue before we talk about Northern Ireland and Mo. But I am an optimist by nature. I always believe that the glass is half full, and I do believe things will turn around again, and I do think the economy will lift up again. And for us in Ireland, I think we might have to face a year or two of a difficulty, but I do think the world economy will start lifting itself up again next year. I'm not an expert on the UK economy, but I do think 2010 will see a brighter position. In all of the student debates in Ireland, we've had many this year because we had the Lisbon Treaty just a month ago, so we had many of the debate societies focused on that for September, October. But very much the concern was not the Lisbon Treaty, President. focus is what's going to happen when the students graduate next year. And we went through a period of 10, 14 years where practically everybody was leaving college for the last 10, 14 years, was gainfully achieving employment even before they packed up, depending on your faculty, but it was an extraordinarily good period for students. And all of a sudden, then you hit a period where even in information communication technologies, some of our good areas in industries and in construction, nobody is managing to get employment. So it is a difficult period, but I do think things will turn around. And I spent quite a lot of time in America over the last few months, and depending where you are and depending who you listen to, but overall I think they all believe that as we get through this winter, things will pick up again. So I hope it picks up very successfully for you. So President and Emma, I want to deliver this lecture and do justice to a great friend of mine, a great colleague, a person who I worked with for many, many years, and a very special person to Emma, but I think very special person to practically everybody in Ireland as well, and I'll explain why. And it is a great honour to deliver the annual Mo Mowlam Memorial Charity Lecture, and I'm glad to be with you this evening to have the opportunity to do that and to share some of my own recollections and my perspectives with you on the Irish peace process. And I understand we're going to take some questions afterwards if the President allows that, and particularly the extraordinary impact that Mo Mowlam made on the Irish people in the course of our history and the course of the period that she was so successful and so dominant in. It's a pleasure to be President in your university here and to be with you in Durham Union, which is one of the largest debating societies in the whole of England, one with immense history and tradition. And I understand for 167 years this society has been at the cutting edge of student and civic debate in the campus, and it has helped shape the views and the debating skills of generations of leaders. And I can see why so many people like coming to here as a university. I've rarely seen a place that has such a beautiful cathedral at night, and I haven't seen the inside. Though we all graduate through that cathedral, which is a real privilege. Should charge for that, Emma, and help the charity. But also to see the castle and the beautiful place. And of course, being Irish, it's nice to see that you have a lot of good pubs on the way up as well. Pass them all on. And I think this university and this society are, of course, intrinsic to any understanding of Mo Mowlam's career and her life and times. And it's for that reason that I'm so glad to be here. It was here that Mo came as a young woman to study, and here that she spent very formative years as an undergraduate, broadening her views and taking her first political steps to joining the Labour Party. Indeed, Mo's own ambition, our political perspective, was very much modelled by the topical debate that took place here in the society during her student days. And she candidly recalled her time here with the usual characteristic trace of good humour and sharp wit. I just want to quote one quote from Mo. She said that, "I remember getting very angry during debates at the Union, particularly on capital punishment in South Africa. Debating with public school boys definitely helped to firm up my socialist views." Now, I tell you, debating with Mo and anything would firm up anybody, whether you were public school boys or any other school boys, because she was a tough, hard debater who was afraid of nobody of either sex. And as I found out in Northern Ireland, the bigger they were, the harder they fell when Mo was around the place. I'm not sure, President, whether she learned her total vocabulary in this university, but I would doubt that the colourful bits that she expressed to people that got under her skin or hair was learned here. But maybe it was, but I don't know, test your knowledge of that.